Are you getting ready to hit the road with Fido or Fluffy this summer? Your trip starts before you even leave the house because preparation is key. Make sure to pack everything your furry family member needs, like a traveling water dish. A Kong toy is great because you could stuff things inside this toy so you can keep your pet occupied when you are otherwise occupied. Any medications that your pet might need, be a responsible pet owner. Of course, you need to pick up after your pet. And you never know, you might be going to a formal occasion. You might need a tie on your pet. Well, you might, yes. For sure, it's important to know where you're going. You want to make sure ahead of time that wherever you're traveling, whether it's a hotel or grandma's house, that it is pet-friendly. And there are lots of websites out there that offer pet-friendly accommodations. When heading in the car, make sure to plan out stops, maybe every 2 hours or so, for a potty break for your pet, maybe for you too, and a chance to stretch those legs a little bit. As always, when traveling, safety should be your first priority. And that means more for our furry friends than just making sure our hands are at 10 and 2, according to Dr. Natalie Marks.
It's very important to remember that those pets are secured safely. So we want them either in the middle or the back seat, in a pet-approved seatbelt, or in a crate. Traveling loose in the car or in the front seat where there's a risk of an airbag is not safe for your pet.
Of course, a problem for some dogs can be the car itself. Some pooches just don't do well on long car trips, and having your best friend vomiting in the car doesn't make for a very pleasant trip for anyone. But how do you know if your dog will get sick?
If you aren't familiar if your pet has had motion sickness before or is going to tolerate a long trip, I always recommend doing a trial. Go for an hour somewhere. Go do some errands with your pet a couple days before, and let's just see how your pet tolerates car riding.
So after you've done these tests and you know the trip might be tough on your dog, see your veterinarian because there are some products that can help.
When you do that trial with your pet, if you find that your dog does vomit in the car and becomes motion sick, a lot of heavy drooling, anxiousness, panting, pacing, trying to get out of the crate, very uncomfortable, call your veterinarian. We have a lot of strategies we can talk about with you, whether it be behavioral modification, separation anxiety medications, talking to a behaviorist, doing lots of strategies to lessen that, obviously doing a lot of preparation. And then for somebody like that, who the pet is going into it with that high risk, these are one of the good dogs that would be a great candidate for Cerenia, which is the only FDA-approved prescriptive medication right now to prevent vomiting from motion sickness in dogs. What it does is it actually tells the signal in the brain from the inner ear to stop vomiting. It tells that vomiting center, shut off, we don't want any right now.
So we packed all our medications and our toys, and we're headed, of course, to a pet-friendly destination. We have our pets secure in the car. We've seen the veterinarian to make sure our pet is ready to travel. So we're all set to go, except my keys! I'm Steve Dale.